A lot of people that were disappointed by the modern educational system popped up in my comments recently, being angered by the way I portray their countries in the totally fictional game of Hearts of Iron 4. And in a completely me way of dealing with the situation, I decided to make things 10 times harder on myself by making this video, where I will redraw Hearts of Iron 4 borders so I can piss off the most people possibly. So let's start. First of all, we will have to fix the biggest injustice that history brought upon us. And that is Gibraltar still being an UK possession. So we're just gonna give that to Spain. And you know what, this part of the map always bothered me. I mean, how is this small nation supposed to survive when Spain is just so much bigger and so much powerful? So Portugal got a pretty good run so far, but it's time to unite them with Spain finally. But not completely, because, you know, throughout history, Portugal really liked islands, so we're gonna give them the Spanish islands. There. Now it's better. Next up, we're gonna form a really big European Union, because most people are not gonna like this, but the European Union was the best thing that happened to Europe ever. So we're gonna click the button. Oh wait, we forgot about Luxembourg. There, this is much better. Next up on the chopping block, it's gonna be Yugoslavia. This just won't do, guys. This is not appropriate. So what are we gonna do with the powder keg of Europe? Well, first of all, I'm gonna give them the port of Zara and their rightful territory in Italy, of course. But you know how it is, you get some, you lose some, so Kosovo is going to Albania, and I'm not even gonna elaborate on this. And because I know that most of you got pissed off by this, I'm also gonna give Montenegro to Albania. There, what are you gonna do about this? Go cry about it to your mother, that's what you're gonna do. Okay, next up, to resolve that Republic of Macedonia conflict, we are gonna go ahead and release Macedonia with this focus because we cannot do it any other way. And we are gonna unite this Macedonia with the Greek Macedonia, because it's kind of in the name, you know? And now, because this little sliver of Greece is detached from the rest of the mainland Greece, we're just gonna give this little piece to Bulgaria, so they can finally get to the Aegean Sea, as they always wanted. And you know what, we're gonna give even the rest of Thrace to Bulgaria. But not all Bulgarian people were happy with this little expansion, so the rest of the country just decided to join Yugoslavia. Now, we all know that Yugoslavia is struggling to hold on to some of these territories, so we're just gonna give them away to not cause any more trouble. We are gonna unify Banat under Romania, and Hungary will get Vojvodina back. But because of that, some of the Slovenes got angry and they joined Austria. This is looking great so far. Now let's take a look at my homeland, Great Romania. Well, I'm not gonna lie, but as a Romanian looking at this, I can't help it, but I'm having a boner right now. So let's defuse that real quick by making a compromise, you know? We all know Transylvania is very problematic. And not only because somebody is right and somebody is just a sore loser, and because around this time there is about 30-35% of the population that is Hungarian. So we're of course gonna split Transylvania. North Transylvania is going to Hungary, and because of this a lot of Romanians are gonna wish to set fire to my house. But those Romanians that want to do that are also ungrateful, and they don't even respect the people that are left in this country. So to fuck with them a little bit, we're gonna release Moldavia. And well, this is cute and all, but you guys know that I like them big, so let's make a big Moldavia. We're even gonna give them the state of Balta Tiraspol. There we go, big fat Moldova, just as it should have always been. By the way, did you guys know that the country of Moldova does not have a core on Moldova? That's interesting. Okay, this is great, but some of you might say that I made a big injustice to Hungary here. They wanted Transylvania so much, and after all they were the first here, and they only got this little piece. Well, that's too goddamn bad, because if you don't appreciate what you got, you are gonna lose everything. So the entirety of Hungary will be claimed by the Austrians again, but they are gonna get to keep Transylvania because they wanted it so much. Next up is Czechoslovakia. And I'm sorry, but what the fuck is this country? Why is it so long? It looks weird, and what the fuck are we in the 90s to have a Czechoslovakia? This cannot stand. Well, I wanted to split them in Czechia and Slovakia, but I don't know how to do that, because you can't just release one of them, so I had to partition Slovakia. Some of it went to Austria and some of it will remain with Poland. And I think Czechia is just right where it is right now. Well, but what about Poland? The problem with Poland is that it's just a little tiny bit too much to the right. So let's move the whole country a bit west, just somewhere around there, but there is a bit more to cut from the right side. So let's go ahead and release Belarus and Ukraine, of course. And Lithuania, this is very good news for you, you get Vilno back. as well as Latvia, because I don't know what to do with Latvia. This is looking great, but we have this little ugly European Union piece, so we all know where that goes. That's right, to Czechia. Moving a little bit north, and we have lonely little Estonia right here, which everybody knows Estonia loves Finland and Finland loves Estonia. And you know what, who am I to get in the way of this brotherly, totally not homoerotic love? So we are just gonna put them together in the same country. That's right, two brothers united at last under the Soviet Union. Sweden is next, good old Sweden. Do you guys remember Sweden? Such a cool guy. They had that empire at some point, and they had that really expensive boat that just sank like 2 minutes after it floated for the first time. Oh, I forgot about this island. Those go to Sweden. And they had that really cool Viking thing. So let's do that again, shall we? Oh yeah, I forgot about those islands. And now we are left with this very sad Denmark here. So let's just release Iceland, and this time it's gonna live up to its name, because we got some ice right here. And you know what, I think those islands here are pretty icy, as well as this part of Norway and this part of Norway. And yeah, the north of Russia is pretty icy, so might as well just give it to Iceland. Just about right here. I think this is where Europe ends. This is surely an icy land, am I right? Where is this island in this lake? Soviet. Okay, what do we have left? Well, the Irish. What do we do with the Irish? Well, they wanted North Ireland for a long time now, so let's just give it away. Well, not quite give it away, because this is a trade. They are getting Northern Ireland in exchange for Southern Ireland there. And you know what, remember in the beginning when we took Gibraltar from Britain? I think they need some compensation for that, so I think Galicia might do. Just right. There, this is a beautiful United Kingdom. But you know what, I think this European Union misses something. But what might that be? I wonder. Oh, that's right, they miss a very important member. Well, I know a lot of Scottish people are gonna feel very good about this, but the UK has to go. There, this is beautiful. But you know what, I think I made this country a little bit too powerful. So let's make it a little bit more balanced. We're gonna release this and that. Italy was always better on its own. What could we do without the mighty Luxembourg on the map? And you know what? Putting the British and the French in the same country was a big mistake. Well, I can no longer release France because the French tag now became the European Union tag, so if I learned something in this life is that not even the French people like the French people. So let's divide the country up. Let's put Brittany on the map, let's release Occitania of course, and this little slither here won't do, so let's get a really nice Basque country also. They will also get the other Basque country regions. There, this is starting to look nice. Well, if we are here, let's just transfer Alsace-Lorraine to its rightful owner. And I don't know man, but I'm just not a really big fan of this whole mountain country in the middle of Europe thing, so let's divide this up. Something like this should do, but I think this part also should be going to Germany. And maybe Tyrol, there, much better. Well, screw it, let's just reunite Tyrol. And wait, how could I forget? Savoy is also rightful Italian territory. But now I am kind of feeling bad for this Portugal I created, so let's make it bigger. You know what, let's give it all the islands. We're gonna give Dodecanese, Crete, and those little islands to Portugal. A lot of you will feel sorry for this now because it's so small, but I'm sorry for you guys. It's gonna get even smaller, because Epirus is a rightful Albanian territory. This Albania actually looks very cool. Okay, but now it's really the time for Greece to shine. So let's revive that Megali idea thing they had going on. We're gonna give them all the coastal states of Anatolia, as well as Cyprus. Let's also bring back the territories of the Kingdom of Pontus and Crimea, because there were a lot of Greek people living there at one time. There, this is looking pretty good. And so nobody cries about Turkey. I'm gonna give compensation to Turkey, of course. They're gonna get the entirety of Syria, as well as Palestine, Jordan, and the Sinai Peninsula. And you know what? Because Turkey was so good to minorities over the years, we're just gonna unite the Kurds under the Turks. There, I think this should be all the Kurdish states. And I also think that the Turks and the Armenians need to have some reconciliation, so let's just put them all together here. But now I'm going into the Middle East, and this video was supposed to focus on Europe, so let's go back to it. Okay, I'm not a really big fan of all these Switzerland things, so I think I got the solution for it. We're gonna make a bigger Brittany first, Occitania will also expand a bit, and with the rest I think we just create a very big and nice buffer state. And for that we are of course gonna create the Benelux. Because we all know the best speed bumps are the Benelux speed bumps. But I think I made them a little bit too big, so I'm gonna give Luxembourg to Germany. And Denmark actually wanted Schleswig back for centuries now. So with this newfound Scandinavian power, they're just gonna take it back. Okay, this is almost perfect. We only have to deal with Italy now. And as much as I wanted the Pope back in power, I really cannot do this. Because the fucking Romanians got mad about what I did to them, so they decided to emigrate to Italy. And because of that, the Romanians just colonized the entirety of Italy. So I'm sorry, but there's nothing I can do about that. Well, this is pretty much it. I did some finishing touches and this is what I came up with. I hope nobody died from the shock of seeing all this unfold, and I hope you guys can keep it civil in the comments. But please feel free to tell me in the comments how wrong I am. Just be civil, please. This was my little video, thanks for watching. Give the video a like if you liked it, subscribe to the channel if you are not, a big thanks to my Patreon Mr. Flossy, check the links in the description, and until next time don't forget, this is what peak Balkan looks like.